Australian workers are standing at the edge of a major transformation. Artificial intelligence is no longer a distant future, it's here, reshaping how companies operate and forcing workers to rethink their place in the labour market. Tien Nguyen, a recent data science graduate, knows the challenge firsthand. He applied for 30 jobs before securing a full-time role. He calls himself lucky, most of his peers are still searching. He knows what changed. Since AI appeared, a team might have needed 3 or 4 juniors and a senior. Now, it's 1 junior and AI, he says with a shrug. It's not a complaint, just a fact of the new professional landscape. In more AI-mature markets like the US, the shift is moving faster. Tech giants are trimming roles. Amazon has raised alarm over job cuts. Microsoft too is restructuring. And it's not just any jobs, it's the entry-level roles that are vanishing first. The US youth unemployment rate is nearing 6%, a sign that fresh graduates are struggling to break into the system. Australia's numbers tell a quieter but similar story. While the overall unemployment rate sits at 4.1%, youth unemployment has crept up to 9.2%. Economist Dr. Leonora Risse says it's no surprise. Young people always bear the brunt of economic shifts. They're flexible, yes, but also vulnerable. Nguyen now works at an AI startup, but even there, he sees the writing on the wall. The menial tasks, the low-level admin, they've already been handed over to machines. Julian Fayed, the founder of that startup, doesn't sugarcoat it. Our technology is advancing fast. Our AI implementation means our headcount isn't really growing anymore, he explains. That's not just true for startups. Big corporations are preparing for leaner futures. Telstra's CEO, Vicky Brady, says plainly, work is going to look very different in 2030, and so will we. At an AI summit, CBA's CEO Matt Cummins echoed her words. While he couldn't predict specifics, he admitted some parts of the workforce will shrink. Recruitment agencies are already feeling it. Aaron Matriljan, a recruiter at Aura, says junior positions are vanishing fast. Things that used to be a learning curve for juniors, AI can do now, instantly, and cheaper, he explains. Firms no longer want to hire grads just to train them on repeatable tasks. Why would they, when AI can execute those tasks in seconds? And this shift is only speeding up. Matriljan expects job cuts linked to AI within the next 2 years. Economic uncertainty, he says, will only fuel the fire. The next intake of graduates is going to be really interesting, he says. Firms are crunching the numbers, how many juniors do they really need? The economic incentive is clear. AI offers massive productivity gains. Businesses that don't adopt risk falling behind. Dr. Risse sees a more optimistic future, though. She argues that AI isn't here to replace workers entirely, but to elevate them. Productivity means shifting our time from the lowest value tasks to the most purposeful ones, she says. Still, that shift comes with disruption. Routine jobs, especially in finance, admin, and customer service, will go first. Workers will need to move. Some will need to reskill. The care and community sectors, driven by Australia's aging population, are growing. We need people, humans, compassion. Those things AI can't offer, Dr. Risse says. But for a banker, jumping into aged care can feel like another world. The transformation is already happening. The only question is how quickly and whether Australia's workforce can evolve in time. Fayed remains hopeful. There'll always be white-collar jobs for the right candidate, he says. But he's realistic, too. Competition will get tougher. Expectations will be higher. To land a role now, it's not enough to be good, you must be better than AI. Meanwhile, in another arena of high-stakes competition, Melbourne Storm escaped a thriller. In a night full of drama, they defeated South Sydney Rabbitohs 25-24 with a Ryan Papenhuisen field goal in Golden Point. The Rabbitohs outscored the Storm in tries, 5-4, but Latrell Mitchell missed 3 conversions. Those 6 points lost with a difference. Alex Johnston was sensational. 4 tries. Electric form. He now sits at 206 NRL tries, just 6 shy of Ken Irvin's all-time record. His performance was also his 16th hat-trick, tying another record. Yet all of that went unrewarded. Mitchell had a chance to win it in regulation. His long-range field goal drifted wide. Melbourne's first Golden Point attempt was blocked. But Papenhuisen didn't flinch on the second. Cam Munster admitted they weren't at their best. We started well, after that, it was bad, he said. Still, a win is a win. The result capped off a wild day of rugby league. Earlier, the Penrith Panthers stunned the Warriors in Auckland, despite missing 5 State of Origin stars. Their 28-18 win reminded everyone why they're defending champs. The Newcastle Knights followed that with a shock of their own, beating the Dolphins 26-20 with a final-minute try by Brodie Jones. The Dolphins may now lose winger Jack Bostock for the season with a suspected ACL injury. But the biggest drama unfolded in Sydney. The Rabbitohs played their hearts out. Jamie Humphries called it gutsy, but disappointing. Storm coach Craig Bellamy was probably relieved. His team didn't dominate, but they survived. That's what great teams do. Melbourne move on. The Rabbitohs reflect. The NRL season continues. But so does the story of AI in Australia. Both worlds, one sporting, one technological, are evolving fast. Both demand adaptability, resilience, and precision. And in both, only the most prepared will thrive.